Now let's go to the new style. Here's, this is the one-piece Euro style. See the turn signal corner looks great, and amber is really very nice. Welcome back, guys. So this is part 2. It's a little darker. I'm gonna try to get as much footage. I did only install one headlight because I wanted to see the difference from my LED one, the OEM with the LED headlight, to the one-piece new headlight with the H7s. This is the new headlight. This has the low beam here and the high beam here, so two different pockets, corners, and then it has a little the indicator marker that was on this side, now it's down here, and then the turn signal is on this side, and it's all one piece. This is considered the supposedly the Euro spec headlight one piece, so it looks a lot clearer. If you do change the bulb to a bright white or LED, it won't reflect so much yellow, but it looks really clean compared to the OEM. So now this is your OEM headlight with now two pieces, US spec. Now you got your little marker here, amber marker, but now you have your low beam and your high beam here, so same in the same pocket, but it does have a little contour, as you guys can see, like this in each one. So I'm not sure, I think maybe the Euro spec might perform better than this. It's not going to be an actual perfect review because these have LEDs. LEDs will probably be a lot lighter than these H7s halogen bulbs, but let's go ahead and turn them on and see how they look. Obviously the daylight driving lights are utilizing the high beams, but if you look at the one on the right, it's a lot brighter. So that's really like if I had a high beam on, where I think the original headlight kind of keeps the beam a lot lower and not so high. And I'll show you guys. So this is without the lights on. So now let's turn on the markers. So now we have the markers. As you guys can see, the left side is the OEM, two pieces, a corner lamp, and then one inside the headlight. The one on the right is more of a utilizing more the whole low beam assembly area, and it actually looks, I wish you guys could see a little bit better, it actually has a better cool glow to it than the OEM one. I think 1 point for the OEM when it comes to daylight driving lights, because they're not really blinding the person in front, and 1 point for the new headlights for having a cool amber inside the housing. So I think that's pretty cool. So now let's turn on the headlights. So now we got the headlights. It might be a little bit too bright to notice, but again, the left sides have LEDs, so the beam is a lot wider, and it spreads out very far, so it kind of blinds people for the most part. The one on the right, it's an H7, but if we look at it correctly, directly at it, I think it seems a lot brighter for being an H7. Probably the halogen will work a lot better in this type of scenario because of the style of housing. So, but it looks great. I mean, they both look. Let's get a closer up on each one. First, let's look at the OEM. Here we have the OEM one. Again, as soon as we come around the corner, it should hit us a beam right there. This one does shoot out because it is an LED and a halogen style headlight. The beam does spread really wide, and there's no level or no cutoff to the light. Now let's go to the new style. Here's, this is the one-piece Euro style. See the turn signal corner looks great, and amber is really very nice, and even around the corner you don't even need a reflector because it lights up really well. And once you come around the bottom, it does have a little amber below, so it actually uses the amber a little bit and the H7. Let's actually, we didn't go ahead and try the high beams. let's go ahead and turn on the high beams. There is your high beams. The one on the left is utilizing the LED, and it's using like a xenon white, very bright. But if you can see, I feel like the passenger high beam is just so much brighter. The one on the right, the USRs, it does seem like it shoots a little bit more wider, and I'm not sure if they're adjusted, so we would have to adjust them to come down a little bit. But let's put it up against the garage, and we'll see how they could both compare. All right, so there you have it. You have the USR brand new one on the left side, which is the driver's side, and then you have the OEM on the OEM Toyota on the right hand with LEDs. As you guys can see, the LED does get a lot higher, so it does have a line here, but then you get all the spread up here. The almost same thing with the new USR. Actually, it has a better cutoff on that, but it's still, you get a lot of glare up top, if you guys can see. So I feel like they're pretty much similar as far as cutoffs, but even at the bottom one, the USR new one has a better square here, where this one, it just literally just goes splats. So because it's almost an unfair advantage that because this is an LED bulb, so it shoots up and projects a lot different, but you could automatically tell it gets a lot brighter only right here, where this you get a really big bright line right across here. So I don't know, tell me what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But I think the new Euro spec ones are very cool. I'm gonna take it for a test drive and see what I think. Obviously, let's try the high beams. So as I figured, the USR ones on the left shoot a higher beam up above, where this one, because it's utilizing the same housing, it doesn't get that much of a projection. But again, these are halogen lights now on the OEM one, and these both are H7 halogen. But right here, for sure the USR outperforms it, I think, because like I mentioned in the beginning, the high beams has its own housing, so it's projecting a lot different than the original Toyota OEM housing when it's sharing the same housing as the low beams. So I think overall, by looking at this comparison, I think the USRs will probably outperform them if they were both halogen to halogen. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit difficult just because I don't live I mean, it's going to be kind of difficult because I do live in the city. Well, kind of by the city. There's so much light. Can't really tell. But I am, while I was driving it, I could tell that the new headlights need a little bit of an adjustment. Maybe I could get some kind of, you could kind of see. You almost could kind of see, I don't know if you guys could tell, but I feel like I could see the new headlights a lot more almost than the blue or the LED hyper whites on the floor. There's just not enough darkness in this area. But definitely the new headlights need to be a little bit adjusted. I feel like they're shooting too high up. So there you guys have it. Hopefully this was kind of helpful. You guys kind of see how those perform as the light goes. They both look like they perform more low, and then as soon as you come up, OEM fades out, which you should. There should be a cutoff, then it goes away, and then the new one doesn't go away till right around here. At that point, it's already chest high, so there needs an adjustment there. Okay, so hopefully guys, this video was helpful. Obviously, I think the newer ones are going to outperform the OEM ones, just the way the low beam and the high beam are set up. I think I can't wait to put them out in the middle of nowhere, and where there's actually, you know, a lot less city lights than that. But you do have to probably adjust it. So whenever you do get a set of these, make sure you put them up against a white wall or the garage door and adjust the settings or to be able to have a cutoff. But yeah, I bet you with these new headlights with the performance bulb H7s, I think they would do really well out in the middle of nowhere. But big shout outs to USR for making a great product. Can't wait to use them on the trail. If you're interested in a set of these, I'll put their information on the description below. Pick up a set of these for your 100 series Land Cruiser, or if you're Tacoma or any other vehicles that you might have on their website. So hit a subscribe. Catch you on the next one.